Welcome to math class. Today we're going to be talking about pi, the ultimate ratio, and you'll discover why some would consider pi to be the ultimate ratio. We have three learning goals today. First, we want to identify pi as the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. Next, we want to actually create some circles and draw some circles and label them. And then we want to understand why the formula for circumference works and exactly what it measures and what we can use it for. And we will use it for some problem solving. To get started today, I want you to look at the warm up. You don't need to do every problem in the warm up, but you do need to do number 1 and number 2. That would be these ones right here. Now, while you're looking to these, I want you to pay attention to the rounding. Be sure that your answer is reasonable. Does it make sense? We're going to talk about that in a minute. How do you know your answer is reasonable? Go ahead and pause the video and we'll talk about the warm-up in a minute after you've had some time to look at it. So if you're hitting play, you must be ready to look at the answers to the warm-up and discuss them as a class. Let's go ahead and do that. So looking at number 1, we have 18 miles over 3 hours, and we know that that's equal to some number over 1 hour. All right, so what we have here is a proportion, or in other words, an equation that says that two ratios or two fractions are equal to each other. And there are a lot of ways to solve this proportion. Some of you probably noticed that 3 times 6 is 18. And you may have multiplied 1 times 6 to recognize that x is equal to 6. That is a good way to solve this problem, and what that means is that it would take 1 hour to travel 6 miles. Of course, there's more than one way to look at this proportion. So for example, maybe some of you said, well, 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1, and 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. That's another way to realize that the answer is 6 miles. And there's more ways to do this too. If you used cross products, you could have written the equation 18 equals 3x and solved that equation to get that x is equal to 6. But however you get there, we should all arrive at the same result, that the driver or the walker, whatever this person is doing, can go 6 miles in 1 hour. So now I'd like you to pause the video, and I'd like a couple people from your class to share how you did problem number 2 and what strategies you used. When you're ready to see the answer to problem number 2, you can hit play. I hope you had a good discussion. The answer to warm-up number 2 is $187.50. In the next video, we'll get started on today's lesson.